Hello, this is Yang, with your second installment of Yang's Custom Track Review. To get you up to date, I am on the CTGP Council, which means that I get to test upcoming tracks for CTGP and review them. So this is essentially just me looking at the tracks we currently have now for review and giving my thoughts on them. None of them are guaranteed to get in, and these may not be the final versions of the tracks, so keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get into the first track. This is GBA Lakeside Park by Flint and Hman6516. A new version of GBA Lakeside Park. GBA Lakeside Park initially isn't something like... It's one of my least favorite tracks in CTGP currently. So let's see if this does anything to fix that. It looks fine. Doesn't look bad. This is a first run through, of course. It's a little bumpy. What was that? Huh? Jesus. Okay. Those are a little jank. Oh. Damn, I fell off. Okay. So that is a lap. GBA Lakeside Park. Very first impressions. It drives okay. I think it's just due to the layout that there are a couple turns that are like close. Besides that, like, it drives fine. I don't see any like initial errors. That bump there, I don't like. Okay, this is driving a little smooth. Oh, I didn't get a trick there. Okay, that means I can't get a drift tricks on that aren't super reliable. There's a shortcut there. I'll need to remember that for next lap. I like the little orange effect that the character gets while in the lava section. So far, this track doesn't like bear much of any resemblance to the original, which in some cases is good, in some cases it's bad. But I don't know. This track doesn't. Maybe I'm just not very much like acquainted with GBA tracks, but I don't see this as like, I do not feel like I'm driving GBA Lakeside or Riverside Park, I believe is, yeah. No, GBA Lakeside, okay. So I see what the issue is. I thought I was imagining Riverside. I still don't like Lakeside either, but now that I know I'm playing Lakeside, this... Hopefully I didn't say Riverside in the introduction because it is Lakeside Park. Let's see. Yeah, is this better than the current version? I personally right now don't think so. I'd have to do a little bug testing, like just behind the scenes for certain things, and I'll go in a versus race after this and test item boxes and stuff, but I don't know. I'm thinking of like the shortcuts and stuff you could do in the current version, and although I don't like the current version of GBA Lakeside Park, I think from what I'm seeing here, it plays better. Oh, I guess you can go across the grass here. I don't know. I'm not a super big fan of, just in general, tracks these days that try to cut down on shortcuts and try to cut down on jank, because it seems like it cuts out a lot of potential shortcuts that are in the original. And there's just really nothing going on. There's the fireballs, which, I mean, are really more so just like very unpredictable. Oh. I don't know, and there's like, I think if I go back here, in the current version of Lakeside, there's a ramp, yeah, so ramp there, and then you go around and you cut across here, I think? Yeah, and while I can't do that shortcut, I think it adds a lot to the track, in my opinion. Oh, I know what I was gonna see. I'm gonna restart it. So this track visually isn't bad, and it plays pretty smooth. There's no noticeable errors. It's a little bumpy, but overall I just don't feel like, gameplay wise or like quality wise, it is as good as the current version. So in my opinion, there's no need to replace the current version with this version of the track. And I mean, I won't say always, but I'm usually against retros that do not look like their prior tracks. There is an exception to that being a track coming out by fuck, I'm forgetting the name. Why am I forgetting the name? Okay, so that entire thing is off. Okay. Slime Server, yeah, I was too focused on the shortcut, but track coming out by Slime Server pretty soon. It's gonna be retro that doesn't really look like the original, but I'm a big fan of. So shout outs to Slime Server. That should probably be coming out today or the next day when this is uploaded. But yeah, so this track, it just doesn't have very much going on. Like, there's the random fireballs, which, like, if they were like the falling fireballs on GBA Rainbow Road, that would be better in my opinion. Yeah. So, I mean, let's go check out the item boxes. I'll do a quick run of that track, and then I'll wrap up my final thoughts for this track, which is GBA Lakeside Park. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, I forgot, I skipped. Damn it. Well, let's check out item routes real quick. Let's see what the CPUs do. Looks like the CPUs know where to go, which is good. First item set's here. I think that's where it is in the older one. Okay, I don't like not being able to take that tight, but let's play air. Because you can take it tight, I just am dumb. So 2 sets so far. This third set's aerial. Only 4 sets a lap. I know I like screwed up a little, but even so, these should be like 37, 38-second laps probably. I don't know, I'm bad at math, but realistically, it should probably be like a fifth set somewhere in here. Let's see if I just keep at this pace. How fast is this lap gonna be? Oh, well, that's what I get. That wouldn't have mattered anyway. Also, guess I can mention this now, but how do you? I guess you have to hop trick to get the boxes there, or it's just luck, but that's not very good. Those boxes should be moved down, or there should be 2 rows. Anyway, I should mention I haven't been playing Mario Kart Wii as much due to going to college. I took a little break from being like active in council, which is why a couple month or 2 there I didn't do any of these after the first one. But now that I'm kind of figured out what I'm doing, I'm less busy. I should have more time to get these out whenever I have council homework due. Okay, the more I'm playing this, the more like the driving itself is like growing. It's like going on me. It's like it's not bad. There's some bounces, but it's smooth. Okay, that set needs to be able to. You need to be able to get that set more consistently. Anyway, I will finish this race up, start giving my final thoughts, and we can watch the intro screen before we move on to the next track. So, overall, I do not think this track is ready for CTGP. I just think the current version of GBA Lakeside Park and CTGP is better. This track's not bad, but it does not have the qualities that make GBA Lakeside Park enjoyable in its current CTGP form. So, for that reason, I mean, I would give it a no. And I think the ways to improve the track would just... I wasn't even... Okay. Well, I wasn't even pressing anything, but thanks, game. Anyway, but to make this track more enjoyable, I think add another shortcut, add another set, maybe make grass cuts more doable, add something to the track to make it like, I don't know, add an obstacle, because it's a little, it like flows well, but it's a little boring. The fireballs up here coming up should be like the ones on GBA Rainbow Road, or like, if we're mentioning RTs, Grumble Volcano. Yeah. And this set right here, lower the boxes or make another row. Make it easier to get those boxes. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, well, I will say that is all for my review of GBA Lakeside Park. On to the next track. Now we have the next track of the review, GBA Sunset Wilds, made by Flint. If this looks like the tour version, I might be ready to give it a shot. I currently like the version that is in CTGP for this track, GBA Sunset Wilds, but let's see. Well, I like the theming, I like it, I dig it. Wait, I think I've seen this. Is this like, was this in a jam, or? It's either in a jam or a Mario Power 55 video. I wish those were trickable. I miss... Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's doable shroomless. I actually like that better than the current cut. Okay, and day-night cycles. We're vibing. Oh, okay, so you can hop trick those. Epic. Okay, let's see. Do we get another cycle here for night? Yes, we do. Epic. Okay. So, I actually like this track. First impressions are good. It has the things I like from the older version, maybe even a little better. It's pretty smooth. I will say I'm not a huge fan of like how the off-road goes in a normal road, but like that's a small like critique. I like this little area at the front aesthetically. It's got like, I believe it's a train station on like the right and like a little town on the left. Yeah, almost like Animal Crossing in a way. Or Animal Crossing New Leaf to be more specific. But yeah, and stuff like right here, I think this right here could be more polished, maybe? Like, it functions, there's nothing wrong with it, but it could be a little more polished, I think. And then how the kind of off-road goes onto the road could be like there, for example. That is not great, but... So I love this track, I love the way it plays, however there's a couple things that could be fixed, I think. But I would not be like... I'm not gonna... No, I'll put it differently. I would love to see this track in CTGP with fixes, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna give it, is a yes with fixes. What are these like little... So these are just chunks sticking up out of the road. Okay, I see. Yeah, it plays well. It resembles the track. It even has the like day-night cycles, and they're nice too. Like, they're not bad. I like how you can get hop tricks here. The Shy Guy's glow. I like that. That makes it so you can see him better at night. Ooh, you can make that even as slow if you hop trick. That's great to know. Oh, damn. I was gonna try to get up on here on this train part. I like this. This serves no purpose, but it's cool to get up here. Oh, train. And you fall off. Okay. Well, now to go to test item boxes. Like I said, testing item boxes. This time, I'm not even going to touch the controller so that I make sure not to skip the intro screen. Not that, at least with this version of the track, which I believe is... Oh, what? I didn't even press anything. Controller, why? Anyway, let's get item boxes here. Okay, first set's not too far away, but you know, it could be closer. Come here, King Boo. Okay. Second set. I'm not sure where the sets are on the original, but it would be best to put them in the same type of spots. Yeah, so 4 sets. Oh, oh god, what is that? What? That wasn't even my recording software, that was just my Wii U. Jesus. Well, that's something that will have to be fixed. Did the blue shell cause that lag? How well can this be blocked? Pretty well, okay. And is it just another, okay, it is just another item set. Okay, not complaining about just that. Okay, so I guess I will give my final thoughts here. This track gets a yes with fixes. As we've seen, there's already a couple things that need to be fixed, like there's that hole in the floor and the lag on the blue shell. But I love the way this track looks. I like the way it feels. It has everything I would like and doesn't like not have anything, or doesn't have anything I don't like right now. Okay, no lag now. Maybe whack. I don't know what caused that. Anyway, yeah, this is probably getting a yes with fixes. I think the item boxes were fine. I didn't notice any issues with the item boxes on this one, but yeah, GBA Sunset Wilds gets a yes with fixes from me. On to the next track. The next track is one I am very, very excited about. This is Superstar Dystopia, made by Spy Kid. This track is currently not released to the public, but I would like to thank Spy Kid for allowing me to show it off. This is not Superstar Dystopia. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is a track that I'm very excited about. This is Superstar Dystopia, made by Spy Kid. The track is currently unreleased, but I asked Spy Kid and he is allowing me to show it off here. So thank you to Spy Kid for that. I have played this before in the work in progress section in the Discord, and I am a very big fan of this track. I have been a fan of Spy Kid tracks, like, personally, although people, like, don't, like, usually like them as much. I've been a, like, pretty good fan of Spy Kid tracks for a while. Or at least, I don't know, I like the elements that he includes in them that a lot of people don't. How do I say this? I like Spy Kid's tracks despite the elements that people dislike about them. And what's good about this track is it feels very much like a Spy Kid track, but does not have the elements that a lot of people dislike about Spy Kid tracks. Yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought, focused on TTs, because I've TT'd this one a good bit. Oop. Yeah. But like, usually, I'm a big fan of like Spy Kid's original designs, because I feel like now, in our current like scope of CTs and creation, a lot of CTs feel the same, and there's not very much variety. And Spy Kid's always been able to make very unique tracks. The downside, though, is because they're unique, they can be controversial and people may not like them. But this track doesn't have very many to any like slow ramps. I don't think it has any actually. It drives very well. It has like great shortcuts. It's 2 laps, so this track is like, it's got tech, but it's also got a main route that like isn't too much slower, that like players who aren't as good should be able to take, and it'll be fine. So it covers those boxes, and it's very, very unique. I have not seen something like this yet in CTs, which you can't really say super often. And so for me, this track is very exciting. I keep failing there. Yeah, on this attempt, I'll just give a full, like, shoeless run through of the track, and then I'll get back to doing my thing. I don't want to get sidetracked on this track for too long, though, because I could just sit here and TT it for hours. Yeah. Anyway, show you around. It's very, very nice. Because it's got this, like, it's called Superstar Dystopia. It's got this mix of, like, futuristic city, but, like, it's kind of like a Base Basher mixed with, like, Color Wonderland. And that mixes my favorite custom track of all time in Base Basher City, and one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite, custom tracks of all time in Color Wonderland. Which is interesting. But I love the way it drives, and it's 2 laps, which is interesting. And like some of the parts of the track change. I said I would. I said I would move past it, and I didn't. Silly me. Anyways, this track, I'll just tell you now, is getting an absolute yes from me, and I'm just waiting for them to, like, put it into CTGP. I can't give a guaranteed yes or no whether it will get in, but it's a yes from me. And I hope when this does get released that all of you will be excited to play it, because God, is this track so fun to time trial. I feel like I'm shilling to Spy Kid, but in actuality, I just really like this track. Because it's not all the time that you get a CT that feels very different but still great. Track's very refreshing, I would say. Like, there's multiple routes and stuff. They're all super cool. Oh. I missed my trick. Anyway, yeah, one last run through here, and let me see if I can get, like, a good attempt at the track without any fails. Yeah, I've played this a good bit. I couldn't really find any problems with it. Like, at least in time trials, I haven't checked to see item boxes or anything like that. But this is, I think, at least currently for me, tied for best custom track of 2021 between this and Mr. Fluffy's, I'm trying to remember the name, but it was the aquarium track that Mr. Fluffy made. Because that track is great. That, I think if I had to split it up, this track probably gets the best, like, driving-wise track of 2021. And Mr. Fluffy's aquarium track gets best looking. I also personally think that Gardevoir, or this Gardevoir texture fits the track very well. Hey, I got the moon jump, which is something you can do on this track. Little moon jump, which is pretty cool. So in TTs, this track will have like a lot of good tech. I suspect it'll be a pretty tough staff ghost, so all you Gold Star hunters will want to be prepared for that. If it does get added, I should preface. because these are my opinions. Everyone else in council still has to give theirs, and it has to get approved. I just happen to be very optimistic. And one thing about custom tracks now is that more of them, they're probably going to end up being more quality and like less rejected in the future due to the fact that in the CTGP server, we now have a work in progress track section where creators could put the tracks they're working on for feedback as they're working on them, instead of making a track in its entirety and then getting it reviewed and having to change a whole bunch of things after it's already been made. So I'm going to go check item boxes now. As I was saying about the work in progress track section in the Discord, is that if you would like to be a part of that, if you would like to give feedback on tracks that could be in CTGP in the future, you should join the CTGP Council Discord. Now, you won't get on Council, but you will be able to test tracks that could be getting into CTGP in the future, which is always a great opportunity, and we could always use more people looking for bugs and things in tracks, and just testing out and getting their opinions. So if that interests you, I will have a link in the description. There was a set back there, I think, to that Discord server. And the reason I was saying that is because tracks are like more likely to get accepted now that Council is working on creators with them. This is one of those tracks, like, it went through many stages before it was submitted to be looked at by Council. So Council has seen this track before it was submitted. I haven't really been paying on item sets, I've been just rambling on. Yeah, no, this track is beautiful. It's themed really uniquely but well. Plays very nice. It's great. It's like decently long, but from what it's felt like so far, the item boxes have been placed fine. Okay, let's count how many sets there are. So there's one right down there that if you take this little turn, you skip. Adding to the strategy of the track. Now if I go up here, do I miss this set? I do miss this set. Okay. So this track's going to be a balancing act of, do I want items or do I want to run? Which I don't know, I quite like that dynamic. That's 4 sets, I believe. Ooh, almost TS'd. Five. Oh damn, I'm trying to get like a low trick there, but I was a little early on my hop. 6. So it's either 6 or 7 sets. You can't get that hop there if you want. So does this just go? So, okay, that falls off there. Because you can fall through there and end up here. Okay. Sick. And with that said, Superstar Dystopia gets a yes from me. I'm really excited to just play it. Hopefully I'll get a chance at, if it's accepted, I will get a chance at being the expert stack ghost. I don't know if Spykid's gonna declare that to someone, but who knows. Anyways, I think I've done enough gushing at... What was that? Anyway, I think I've done enough gushing over this track. I'm going to move on to the next one. And the last track of this review will be Thump Bump Forest, made by Squire Turnbolt. Now, this is a track I haven't seen, so I'll be interested to see what it's about, because forest is probably trees or something like that. It's over Ghost Valley too, so maybe a little spooky, who knows. Ooh, okay, I was right. Ooh, this looks to be Halloween themed. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the atmosphere. It's got a Sky High Island opening section, and I wonder if you can low trick that with a little more. Okay, I'm liking how this feels so far. This feels to me like a 2011, 2012, 2013 custom track. In the scaling of things and how it plays. And I personally love that era of custom tracks. It feels very nostalgic to me. Oh god, okay. How long is a lap? Okay. 1:04. Honestly, I'm not complaining about that. Especially, I mean, it's 2 laps, but I'm not super complaining about it. Okay, let's see. There's a shortcut around here somewhere. Yeah. You could probably cut off that turn, yeah. I personally really dislike Halloween. It's just like my least favorite day of the year. However, this is very... What? This is done very well. And I'm not gonna really hold my own personal bias towards a holiday that a lot of people like into like whether or not this track is good or bad. Can you hit these, or they... It'd be really cool if those are like crates. Actually, maybe they are, and it's because I'm in time trials. I'll have to... That's a little funky. I want to go try out that little, like, boo turn in the house again. But so far, this gives a really good first impression. Okay, let's see. Don't jump. Jump. Oh, it's a mushroom pad. Okay. So I'm assuming you just like mushroom off the first one and be okay? Wacky. Okay. So this track takes like probably done well 3 minutes, 10 seconds to like complete. That's a long time. I personally do not have any issues with long tracks if they have like enough going on, and this one to me does. I don't really like... I think the track itself keeps me on my toes. I bounced over the ramp. That sucks. See, and let's try skipping this turn right here. Boom. I like this little section. It's like Maple Treeway. They got the little blocky dudes on the sides. Are those supposed to be like cute, like Mario-esque tombstones? Nah, because there's one on the wall. Doors, okay. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, but I haven't noticed any like issues with the track so far. I TF'd it. That may be why I flew over. I'll try like one more time. But this track drives well. Is very well themed. There's not much tech in it. I'm bad. Like everything goes by quicker than it seems. And you have all these like all the scenery around you, it changes up so quickly that like you barely notice the fact, oh my god, this is like a 15-20 minute, like 20-second section. Okay, let me, if I shroomed quick, jumped, yeah, okay. Don't know why that first ramp's there then. I'm gonna do something I haven't done for the other tracks. I think I did it for Superstar just for like Dystopia off camera, but can you get backwards on here? Yeah. I'm also curious as to how much time that shortcut saves, because I'm not sure that even saves too much time. It's a cool shortcut, and if it does save time, it should be gone for it, but it's interesting, I don't know. Ah, and it can't be done bagging. I see, I see. Okay, so this is most likely like just drivable backwards the entire way. Well, wait a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me try to go fast on it more time, and then I will go look at item boxes. But so far, this has given a really good first impression. This, I believe, was in Work in Progress tracks, but I never, like, went and looked at it. So, I've never seen it, but obviously, the quality is good. Boom. Glad I can like get that straight alignment there and not have to worry about like falling off. I'm not falling off, but hitting off road. I think this track's gonna be fun to time trial. It's long though, for sure. Whack. Okay, I'm gonna go check item boxes. I'm back with the item box check once the track lands. Let's look at the intro cameras. Okay, they actually work. Great. So as we check item boxes, I'll do that for a lap, and then I would kind of summarize my thoughts on the track, and then summarize my thoughts on all of the tracks. So if you want an item set, you're gonna have to go to the left at the beginning. There's an item set after. Items up there. Ooh, okay, item set there. This track's long, but there's also a decent amount of sets. So I think it'll probably end up being a little chaotic as far as like item usage goes. Like especially online, I think there'll probably be a lot of items everywhere. This could very well end up being a finishing around 4 minutes type deal. Okay, I'm just not sure about how that shortcut functions. I won't take an extra app to see if there happen to be items. Oh yeah, I should check if these are crates. They are. Epic. That's just such like a sick like idea for a crate. Okay, yeah, so the item sets per lap seem fine. So now I'll get into the review of this track and in general. I really like this track. This track feels to me like a true successor to Haunted Woods. Like, I know Haunted Gardens is supposed to be like a Haunted Woods remake that's like stays true to the original like design, but as far as theming goes, if we're going like, oh, there's a set here, okay. So realistically, there's no point in taking that shortcut, or at least online. Anyways, this feels very good. This feels like a successor to that track. It feels old but new, and I really like that about the track. It like has that sense of like, I don't know, it also feels very unique. And so with that said, I think my like review on what tracks, or what I will give each of the tracks, is GBA Lakeside Park is getting a no from me. There's just not much going on. It doesn't seem very much like the original, and it just doesn't seem better than the original. GBA Sunset Wilds, yeah. GBA Sunset Wilds gets a yes with fixes. While it plays like well and looks pretty good, it has some issues that would need to be fixed before it could be accepted. I'll just drive around in here until Superstar Dystopia gets a yes. It's a really great mix of tech and easy driving for both casual and comp players. It feels really good to play. It's very unique in design. It definitely feels like Spy Kid, but definitely also feels like it's like Spy Kid without the things that people who don't like Spy Kid what was I saying? It's like a Spy Kid track, but without all the things that people dislike about Spy Kid tracks, which is essentially perfect. And then this track I will also be giving a yes. It feels great. I assume it's been tested for most of its issues. I probably can go do a little bit of bug testing on my own. But if this could be approved and rushed out for a Halloween update, that would be super sick. So, no, yes with fixes, yes, and yes. Those are my opinions, and thank you for watching. If you are interested in getting involved with the CTs that might get in the CGP, join the CGP Council Discord down in the description. Peace.